Example 6.9. What is the mean? How much is the mean? In this example, mean is 100. Standard deviation, 16. Do you know what is IQ? IQ, the intelligence score, right? You know, it is not standard normal distribution, because the standard normal distribution had mean 0, standard deviation equal 1. But now the IQ, you know, the IQ score is a standardized score. Always mean equal 100. Standard deviation always 16. So now we don't have standard normal distribution, but another one. Mean was 100 and standard deviation was 16. And now we need the probability between 115 and 140. So mean was 100 in the middle. So here is a 115 and there is a 140. So we need the probability between 115 and 140. Yesterday, based on standard normal distribution, which had the mean 0, standard deviation 1, we took the probability from the z-table. But unfortunately, it is not the z. It was for IQ, which was not standard normal distribution. What does it mean? We can't use the z-table, because the z-table only for the z, standard normal distribution, but it is not the standard normal distribution. So the idea is we can make the standard normal distribution. So please look at this picture. We can standardize any kind of normal distribution, any mean, any standard deviation. So in this way, we can standardize the normal distribution. Now the x is any kind of normal distribution minus the mu. Who was the mu? I mean, it was the mu, which was the mean. You know, for the normal distribution, always the mean and the standard deviation will be given. For the IQ example, the mean was 100. So take off the mean. And what was the sigma? The denominator? It was the standard deviation. As I told you, always the mean and the standard deviation will be given for any kind of normal distribution. So in this way, we can take the z-score. What does it mean, the z-score? That is the score in the standard normal distribution. So now we can take the z-score using this formula. Using the z-score from the z-table, now we can take the probability. So let me go back to this example. In this example, mean was 100, as a mean was the mu, and the standard deviation was a 16. So at 115, at 140, we can take the two z-scores for each. So we can take the z at 115. How? X 115 minus the mean 100 divided by sigma, standard deviation 16. How much will be? 115 minus 100. Please take it and then divide it by 16. I can expect positive what?
0.9375.
Say again?
0.9375.
0.9375. But to remember the z table, on the z table we had only 2 decimal places for any kind of z-score. So it should be 0.94. You took 0.937 something, but round up from the third decimal, take only 2 decimal places. So the z-score at 115, it will be 0.94. We are going to take the probabilities later from the z-table. Let me take the other z-score at 140. Same way, 140 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Please try again. We can take another positive z-score. 2.50. Thank you. Who are they? They are z-scores. Now we standardized the normal distribution, which had mean 100, standard deviation 16. So we have 2 z-scores, and now we have to take the probability from the z-table. So let me go to the z-table at positive 9 and 4. Positive, yeah, here's a positive. 9.9 and 4. There is a probability 0.8264. Where? To the left. Always a z-table gave us the left probability. So 0.8264. 0.8264 to the left, up to a z-score positive 0.94. We have to take the other one. We have to take the other one at 2.50. So let me go to the z-table again. Now we have 2.5 and 0. The probability to the left, it will be 0.9938. 0.9938. So, I mean here, 0.9938. So we took 2 z-scores, we took 2 probabilities, but now we need a probability in the middle between the 2 scores. 2 z-scores of 0.94 and 2.50, or the 2 IQ scores is between 115 and 140. How did you get the probability in the middle? We took subtraction. How? Bigger one minus the smaller one. Do you remember that? So we have to take the bigger one, 0.9938 minus 0.8264. It will be 0.1 6 what?
7, 4.
7, 4. Thank you. It is a final answer. It is a final probability. The chance IQ is between 115 and 140. What is the percentages? 16.74%. There are people between 115 and 140. It's good, right? So even though we didn't have the standard normal distribution, but we can make the standard normal distribution. After we made the z-score, the standard normal distribution, then now we can use the z-table to get the probability. So look at this picture. Actually we had is any kind of normal distribution, but we just take off the mean divided by the standard deviation. Always we can take the z-score. We can standardize any kind of normal distribution. It's any kind of mean, any kind of standard deviation, right? And then we can take the probability from the z-table. It is the same thing, even though we had, it's a different normal distribution, but when we standardize the normal distribution, here's a z. It's from here to here, from the same two z-scores. Here's negative z-score and positive z-score. It's always, there is the same probability. It is very interesting, but it is very useful. From any kind of normal distribution, in that way, we standardize the normal distribution, then we are going to take exactly same probability. So it doesn't matter. Okay? So now I can make the map additionally. Yesterday I gave you the map from the z, take the probability, or even the reverse way, using the z-table. We took the probability, or even we took the z-score from a given probability. But today, I can add any kind of normal distribution, any mean, mu, any sigma, any standard deviation, but still we can take the z-score. How? Any value minus the mu, the mean, divided by the standard deviation. So it was the way to get the z-score. Standardize any kind of normal distribution. And then, using the z-table, we can take the probability. Okay? So we can go this way. Take the probability. Good? What do you expect? What will be the next topic? We go this way. Why not? The next topic will be go this way, the other way. But we had yesterday, we discussed how can we take the z-score from a given probability. Additionally, today, the next example, additionally, we are going to discuss how can we go to here, to there. is already we knew from the given probability to the z-score, right? So the next topic will be from a given probability, we are going to take some score based on any kind of normal distribution. I mean this one. Okay, so it will be the next topic.